Okay, since everybody absolutely loved the fact that I called my ex-husband during his date, even though I didn't know that he was still on the date, I'm going to tell you more controversial things about our co-parent relationship that would send the average co-parent or the high conflict co-parent into a coma. First one being, we do have each other's locations for convenience and for safety, for no other reason. I don't check his location unless he is on his way to pick up or drop off our daughter, or if he's traveling out of state with our daughter. Other than that, I don't care. He doesn't have a life, so he's either at home or at work. And I don't know if he checks my location. I don't care. I don't have anything to hide. It doesn't matter to me. We lived together for 2 years. We're bros now. At this point, we're friends. I have like 25 people on Find My Friends. I have all of my friends' locations. To us, it's normal. I travel a lot with our daughter. He wants to know where our daughter is. He wants to make sure that we're safe. Literally, just this past weekend, he had to rescue us at a gas station because we were stranded. And like things like that. So he and I both agreed to do it. It's not like I'm making him, because he has my location too. So there's that. Tyler does pay child support now that he's not living in the home, but he also pays an extra child care fee. I don't know if you call it a fee, but like an extra amount for child care so that we don't have to put our daughter in actual child care. I've been a stay-at-home mom since she was born. I've been able to stay home with her. This is my full-time job. I make an income from this. But it was going to be tight after all the bills were paid and everything like that to cover extra expenses and stuff for our daughter. So we both agreed that it would be best that he just add a little bit more to child support so that I wouldn't have to get a part-time job and then we would have to put her in childcare. Even if it was part-time, the amount that he's sending extra a month is not even close to what we would be spending even on part-time childcare. It is ridiculous nowadays. And we didn't want her in childcare. She's not going to be going to public school either. I'm going to be homeschooling her. So it just made sense to have that little extra bit so that I can stay home and be with her and homeschool her. We don't do dad's house, dad's rules, mom's house, mom's rules. We do our daughter, our rules. So if we see something that we don't like in the other person's parenting or whatever, we call it out immediately. And we are constantly keeping each other in check when it comes to parenting our daughter, because we're still a team and we still choose to parent her the same way that we decided from the very beginning. And so we don't do none of that like, well, that's a rule at your dad's house, it's not a rule here, XYZ. We've agreed from day one on how we're going to be parenting our daughter, and we hold each other accountable to that, and we call each other out when need be. Another one is that we don't really have a custody schedule or a parenting plan or really anything like that. Everything's just kind of agreed up between the two of us, and we pretty much stay loyal to that. And we stay true to our word. Whatever we say goes. Our tentative parenting plan, now that he's moved out of the house as of last month, is kind of like a week on, week off type of thing. When it's his weeks, since I am her childcare, like my job per se is watching her while he's working on his weeks, which is what the extra child support payment is for. On his weeks, he will drop her off in the morning, go to work, and then pick her up after work, and she'll stay the night with him, rinse and repeat. And so we tentatively have week on, week off schedules that are constantly getting interrupted. Sometimes she'll spend the night a couple nights during my weeks at his place because they miss each other. Sometimes she'll need to crash with me because of his weird work schedule, and so she'll stay with me for a couple nights during his week. It's very like, he's like, hey, I'm gonna go out of town and go and do this, can you have Ryan this weekend? It's like, if I'm not busy, like, we are constantly switching the schedule up and just doing whatever works for the other co-parent. And that's just like a few of the controversial things that we do in our co-parent relationship. We also hang out. Like, he will come and drop my daughter off and be here for like 2 hours hanging out, eating my food, washing my dishes because he has OCD. And yeah, we're just like bros. We're not exes anymore. Like, that's not my ex-husband. That's my daughter's dad and my cousin, apparently. The verdict is still out on that, actually. We need to do the DNA test. But anyways, anyways, yeah, we're just bros, and whoever comes into our lives in the future better be okay with it, because that's just how we've always co-parented. And, you know, he's had partners before that have been perfectly fine with it, and I've befriended them, and it's been great and fantastic and beautiful, and I'm sure I will find the same. So that is our controversial co-parent relationship.